People World TV. Hello, I'm James Bob from People World TV. What do you think of comic book superheroes? What do you think of? Do you think of the Spider-Mans, the Fantastic Fours of the world, maybe Batman? But there is one hero what tops them all. In fact, was notable as the first real superhero. This, my friends, and I'm glad and proud to introduce the world's oldest and most expensive comic in the world. It can go up to $100 billion. Only 12 of the original copies exist. Best of Best Comics, Issue 1, the first appearance of Adventurerman. I was very excited to talk to the only existing creator of Adventurerman. And before we show an interview I did with him, first a little history. Adventurerman was made by two people, mostly known as Jack and Poe. That's right. There were two kids who had dreams of one day their creations will make them billions. As you know, Jack is the only existing one, and we're going to be talking to them today. So, what got you the idea to make Adventurerman? You know, I'll be honest. It was the Great Depression, keep in mind, 1930s. We didn't know what to do. We were broke, poor, but we were hopeable. Hopeable. You know, we spent all our times wasting away with pulp magazines and radio shows, you know, and movie serials and all those things. And me and Poe thought of a good idea. What if we can take all the heroes we love, what would be Tarzan and Dot Savage, and mix them together, you know? And make a soup of powerful. And we thought of the man who could be strong and from a different dimension, what was a jungle, and come to our world to save us. And that's kind of where it was born. But you know, it took forever to get published. Nobody wanted it. It said it was too juvenile. It was too stupid. Nobody wanted it. Until a new medium came along. See, we were going to do it in pulp. We were going to do it in Sunday comics. But it turned out comic books were a new medium. That new medium blown up like a second. And because of that, Adventurerman was born. You know, it was pretty grand, and it was all over the radio. You know, they had radio shows of Adventurerman, and it was really great. You know, but people, I thought, missed the mark of Adventurerman. You know, originally, he was for the common people. You know, he was for the working class. He was trying to get rid of class. He was trying to, you know, he was a social humanist. That's what he was. I admitted it. But he was for a good for America, and that's what we were. You know, and that's what we wanted to case. You know, he was never meant to be toys and all these things, but sadly our creations kind of got taken from us. These creations indeed did. It turns out Jack and Poe got their own creations taken from them. Sadly. great comics, as known today as GC Comics, bought rights from Jack and Poe for Adventurerman for $8 billion. They were hesitant, but because they were poor, they accepted. Sadly, though, those riches and fame did not last too long, as Jack had to move out, and they didn't know how to keep the lights. Poe actually ended up being homeless over a while and died in the streets. Sadly, as their creation got higher and got fame, the creators themselves have to fight their own justice of battle. But however, it is sad of one of the greatest creations of all time. Thank you.